Hey buddies, it's me, Eric, and Mr. Roth, the greatest freaking Seattle grunger of them all, giving us a great tour. It's been an awesome time, and I've enjoyed hanging out with him and his family, and he's just been great. And speaking of family, we have family right here too. So this is a cross-group theme that we're trying out, and we thought we'd do something a little bit different. So we came up with some questions that we thought we'd ask each other and bounce some ideas and some answers off each other. And for those of you that have watched us the past few days and weren't able to make it, maybe this is something that will help you get to know us a little bit better, and just all of us become a little closer knit. So
welcome to our madness.
That's right. No nips required. So
that was already happened to me.
So should I ask you questions? Should you ask me questions? What do you want to do, bud?
Go back and forth?
Yeah.
Start us off?
Yeah, okay. So Mr. Roth.
Oh wait, should we do a cheers for a toast first? Do you want to wait?
We should do a toast.
Toast sounds good.
Toasty.
Well, since Eric is the guest in my humble abode,
Woo!
There you go, sir.
Old Yeller. When you come to Texas, you will be first.
He's a pro. He's like Nolan Ryan. He knows how to take a punch. A hit.
Since 97, baby.
Cheers, y'all.
Yeah. I know you were doing this when I was in diapers, but still.
Yeah. Oh boy.
He's got his purple haze. Got my Corona. Yeah. You ready for this?
Let's do it. Sorry. I'm not very pro.
You're so pro. Name your favorite grunger besides CC, and when you answer, please don't piss off Dustin.
Scott!
Would you like to elaborate on that?
No, I don't. Chris, of course, awesome, but I'd say my favorite would have to be the one that got me into Seattle music, and that's Lane Staley. If it wasn't for Chris, Lane would be my all-time fave, but then, I love them all. Kurt was also amazing, so I'm just going to go with the easy answer, and that's what the one that got me interested, Lane Staley.
Awesome.
Ready for your...
Yeah, let's play ping pong, dude.
I went a different direction with my first question. Where were you born and raised, and just a brief description of what your childhood was like?
It's like 1.5 questions technically, because it requires a
True.
follow-up from me, but that's okay.
Okay.
We'll cut that out later, guys. Where was I born? I was born in Arlington, Texas, home of the Texas Rangers, home of the Dallas Cowboys that play in Arlington. And family life. What?
Elementary school, high school, was it?
I pretty much stayed in the area. I bred in the area very early as well, and so my roots are in this area. So not this area here. Maybe some in Austin, you never know. But definitely in the Arlington, Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Side question. Why is Dallas Cowboys in Arlington? Is that like the Giants in New Jersey kind of thing?
Kinda. Arlington has a issue. They're addicted to purchasing stadiums and not getting respect for it. So,
all right, well, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like calling your girlfriend the wrong name in bed.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but they just take it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In case you guys wanted to know anything about Arlington and football, there you go.
All right. Anyway, segue done.
Woo! Give us a little history about your group and how you started it and how it's come to grow into all this. I mean, this has been an eventful few days.
Yeah, it's been quite a shindig. But I think that's because the last couple of years we haven't had much of a celebration because of COVID and stuff. But no, after the first year of Chris's passing, there was this message on the Chris Cornell tribute page saying, "Come join us in Seattle. We need you." And that is now known as Cassandra's Call. Cassandra put a post up on the Chris tribute page saying, anyone in the area, come join us. We'll be here all night. And so I met about a dozen really cool people that night and at the fountain. And at some point along the way, we decided we wanted to replicate that. So we started getting together for all kinds of functions: the Artist Den, IMAX theater showing, and the CC statue unveiling, and eventually Cassandra and I just we should do something for all the people coming in for these things, because it was kind of popping at the time. And so we came up with the annual page, and we've been going at it ever since.
Yeah.
It was a fun few days. Non-stop.
Yeah, I stopped at about 11, but still, it was good.
I
was physically still there.
My brain stopped several hours before that, but yeah.
We couldn't tell, which doesn't say a lot, but
Yeah, right. I had some masking. Woo! All right. Ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm still stuck on the family stuff. What does family life look like these days?
To me, or in general?
Just, what your easy answer is. Nothing too complicated.
Okay, good, because I'm not prepared to go there. Family is anyone that you're just willing to lay it out for. And blood or no blood, I think once that trust is earned, it's hard to go back. And I'm very lucky to have some non-blood relatives that I feel that way about, so I'm very lucky. Woo! Yeah!
Hell yeah. I think we should take a round 5 break, by the way.
Sure?
I know we're only at number 3.
Where's my table, man?
Right. But no, we're not on 5 yet. Slow down. We're on 3. Unless you want to go thirds. All right.
We're going to speed this video up at some point, too, but until then...
Oh, welcome to
speed
round 6. He's a pro, by the way. He comes here, I'm thinking, I'm going to get the hardest stuff I can find, some lava cake.
Imagine this mouth.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Ladies.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
And Chris. Oh, Chris. McMahon. Let's see. Who's the most memorable... Not who. What's the most memorable concert you've been to? 50 words or less.
Oh, but I don't want to block my mug. Well, the easy answer...
I think we're good.
The easy answer, my favorite show I've ever been to, that's kind of what the question was.
Yeah.
Is the MC50 Show at the Showbox in October of 2018. Took place about a week or 2 after the statue unveiling, and so it was amazing. Just I got there early. Eric Johnson and I got there super early, and man, we just were on level 20. I don't know what the levels are.
That's a high level.
We got there early, talked to Matt Cameron's drum tech, and he ended up giving us Matt Cameron guitar picks, and had a good conversation with him. And then Kim Thale came on, and he was like, we didn't know what side of the stage it is. Oh no, we figured it out when we talked to the drum tech. So he's like basically 3 feet away from us the entire night. Fucking awesome. It was his and Matt's first time back playing live after Chris's death, and so it was emotional for him, you can tell, and it's just a beautiful show. We snuck into the VIP afterwards thing and got to meet and talk to some of the people, and you get to talk to Kim or Matt, but
I remember you sent some pictures, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I bumped into Ben Shepherd. That was awesome. I'll tell you that real quick. On my way to the bathroom, we were all done, and I come out of the bathroom, and Ben's walking in, and I didn't register right away where I knew that face. I just thought it was a friend that went to the show, and I was like, hey! And he gave me a high five on his way to the bathroom.
Nice.
And then afterwards, I'm like, oh shit, that was Ben.
And you were coming out of the bathroom?
Yeah.
I wonder if he wondered after that if you washed your hands.
I think he wondered who the fuck I was. And
I'll go with it. Wait, did he wash his hands?
that was before COVID, so.
Yeah, you get a pass.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay. How old were you when you fell in love with music, and what song band was it that got you there?
Oh gosh, I got into the BMG Music Club 12 CDs for a freaking penny or dollar or whatever.
That was Columbia
peso
House
or
for us,
yeah, and I never understood. I mean, I listened to music growing up, but I just didn't see the appeal of why people would spend their hard-earned money on CDs, something that's a feeling and not something physical like a toy or a game or, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what the hype was about, I guess, and I had some allowance saved, and so I just picked out the albums and the bands that I'd heard of but actually knew nothing about. My first four was STP Purple, Unplugged in New York, Nirvana, of course, Green Day, The Dookie,
All right.
and Aerosmith Big Ones. That was a miss.
Is that the one with the truck on the other truck, or is that something?
Big Ones was like a greatest hits type CD, and yeah, that sucked. So, and Nirvana, of course, stuck out too.
Well, it was at least not the worst one on that list.
Dude. Bitch at them in the comments. That's all you.
I don't know. You know. Yeah, anyway.
Let's see. Who have you happened to bump into during your days in Seattle?
Oh, goodness. Man, I wish I could say Chris and Lane and Kurt and all that, but I feel like I was just in the wrong places at the wrong time and just wasn't paying attention. But I did work at a cool club that had stuff like that happen, and so two coolest musicians I think I've ever bumped into is Brian May from Queen and Robert Plant. Duh.
Really?
Yeah, Brian May was there for a special occasion. I can't remember what exactly. Some kind of promotion in the area, and he was schmoozing it up with managers or owners of the club. And then Robert Plant was probably the best story I've ever come across, and anyone I bumped shoulders or met accidentally. And I was the doorman at Pier 70, and he came. This cab driver came up real quick and said that Robert Plant's on his way from the Edgewater Inn, which is just a couple piers away. And we were like, yeah, right. We did know he was playing that night at the Key Arena or the Coliseum. I can't remember what it was called back then, one of the two. And sure enough, him and about 40 people, maybe 30, were walking behind him at the club. Him and doorman, manager, I don't know, two big dudes. Walk in, he's like, is there a cover charge, sir? In his cool accent that I cannot do. But I bet Chris McMahon can, or Chris Evelyn. They're pretty cool like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short.
Look at you name dropping.
Yeah, right. He came in at the exact time that the band on stage was playing Tall Cool One. What's the chances of that? And I'm like, no cover for you. And he walked in and went straight to the dance floor and started dancing to the song the band was playing. And I wasn't paying attention as a doorman and let like 30 underage kids come in. Luckily, the bartender was on his game and I didn't get fired. But then he was dancing on the stage as the band was playing the song, and the woman singing the song all of a sudden stopped as the band continued and said, I can't sing this song. And she's like, well, who's in the audience? He jumps on stage and finishes the song, and the DJ ran out to his car to get the camera, came back out. At the end of the night, everything was awesome. He left the lens on his camera because that's back when you knew.
Wow.
So yeah, all I have is a great, awesome memory. Anyway.
You still have it. Yeah, it's hard to keep up.
when did you discover grunge, and what was your progression of favorite bands as time went on? Because, did it just stick with one, or did it move around?
Nirvana hit me pretty early. STP did as well. I know you're disappointed in that, but that's what I got from BMG first.
Yeah.
And that's probably partially why they're in the big five for me.
Sure.
But I don't know. Nirvana's always just been my favorite. I think I liked the band Live, quite a bit in the 90s, and it switched back and forth between that and Foo Fighters and basically Bridges from Nirvana. I realize Nirvana's not the most talented, probably, but they're my favorite, and they just kind of hit me different.
They definitely had a zing.
Yeah. Oh, my turn. I'm losing it, folks. Album covers and logos. I've always really enjoyed the grunge bands, their logos, their look, their album covers, all that. Is there anyone that sticks out to you want to talk about, maybe?
Well, I grew up with the awesome covers of Meatloaf. And
I gotta warm myself up, guys.
Woo! Round 5. And a lot of cool album covers came out of the 70s and 80s. But as far as local Seattle bands, I think my favorite's got to be Mad Season. The cover on that with Wayne and Demi is just heartbreaking, but amazing art. And there's a top based off a picture that's really cool. So, but there's also, I like In Utero. I don't know the bands as well, but Grunt Truck and Ted have some pretty cool album covers. But I'd have to say Mad Season's my favorite.
And Lane did that. That's cool.
What is your favorite band of all time?
My favorite band of all time?
I mean, if it's going to be like Nirvana or STP, who else would it be that's outside of the genre?
Okay.
And you can't say Todd Rundgren.
Oh, come on. Hallelujah thing. Not Todd Rundgren. I like Chicago a lot. I like The Who a lot. I like Led Zeppelin. I love Pink Floyd. The Who's probably pretty far up there. And then Foo Fighters, Green Day. Used to be 9 Inch Nails, but you can be pissed off for only so long. And success at some point ought to make you not come out with albums or called with teeth. Like, come on, dude. Get happy already.
You're not wrong there.
So, yeah, that's my answer. Okay, so here's a serious one, guys. You want to add? Pause. We will pause and we will continue part 2 when we get back.
Just a moment.
Yes.